Assalamualaikum to our lecturer, Sir Shazali. We are from Group 5 and would like to present the subtopic of Chapter 3, which is Customer Profitability Analysis. But first, let me introduce you to our group members. So now, I will start with the introduction of Customer Profitability Analysis. Kotler 1997 defines a profitable customer as a person, household, or company that over time yields a revenue stream that exceeds by an acceptable amount to the company's company cost stream of attracting, selling, and servicing that customer. So, what is CPA? It is a managerial accounting technique that enables businesses to determine the overall profits the customer generates. It is also a management accounting and a credit underwriting method permitting businesses and lenders to determine the profitability of each customer or segment's customer by activating profits and costs to every customer separately. Lastly, CPA is an important management, therefore its value of revenue or cost generated by the customer does not contribute equally to a company's profitability. CPA value lies in its ability to improve strategic decision making. Other than that, company can utilize customer profitability analysis to assess their customers and determine how valuable it is to maintain them. They can calculate the cost of providing them or even decide whether to keep serving them or let them leave based on their value. And now, this is the additional information of customer profitability. CPA is generally approached by segmenting the customer base to calculate the revenues and costs associated with each segment. This is often used in combination with an activity-based costing strategy. After identifying profitable and non-profitable segments, profitable segments are maximized while non-profitable parts are reduced or eliminated. Moving on, this is the purpose of customer profitability analysis. It provides organization management with the understanding of each customer's profitability. It allows companies to take different targeted actions and strategies against different profitability segments as a target increasing the company's total profitability. Next, customer profitability analysis helps to distinguish which customers are costing for a company or making money for the company so that the company can monitor their profitability performance. Customer profitability analysis also helps the company to focus on maximizing the most profitability group of customers which are entitled to be real loyal customers by maximizing their wants and meet their expectations. Lastly, to formulate different techniques for a different type of customer, CPA helps companies to inform you a different technique of pricing for a different type of product and customers so that they will know which customers they can afford to pay a certain level of price. Now, let's look at the example. Based on the example, customer C is the most profitable associated with the highest profit, while customer A is the lowest since it generates the lowest net profit. So from this, now we know who their best customer is and how important they are. From that, we know that we should focus more on customer C by keeping them happy to ensure that they will consistently purchase products from us. While for customer A, we need to find alternatives either to turn them into more profitable customers or eliminate them. This is because when we calculate their net profit in detail by deducting all costs associated with them, the total cost is probably more than the revenue they brought to the company.
Thank you, Hakim, for the wonderful presentation. And now I will present to you about the steps of CPA. First of all, we have 6 steps of CPA. 1. Customer segmentation. 2nd, revenue attributable to each segment. 3rd, use ABC to determine the cost attributable to each segment. 4. Analyze the profitable versus the less profitable or unprofitable customer segments. The fifth, develop strategies to maximize profit from profitable customers and reduce or eliminate less profitable or non-profitable customers. Lastly, review the impact of the new strategies on the performance of the customer segments. The first step is customer segmentation. There are two fundamental ways to customer segmentation. First of all is demographic segmentation, which is defined as a market segmentation method based on variables such as age, gender, income, and etc. Secondly is psychographic segmentation. Psychographic segmentation is a type of market segmentation that pays attention to consumers' perception, thoughts, and belief, and also utilize this data to create customer segments. The second step is revenue attributable to each segment. The revenue of segment will be calculated annually. Adjustment to the price paid by the customer for a product or service must be included as well. The third step is use ABC to determine the cost attributable to each segment. The annual cost is determined by segment. ABC examines individual cost drivers to determine the profitability of a product. ABC is an efficient method for allocating both types of costs to customer.
Thank you, Muhammad Hazim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Zul Khaidir and I am going to continue explaining about the next three techniques of customer profitability analysis. Alright, so the fourth technique is to analyze between the profitable and the less profitable customer segment. The profitable customer segment are those customers whose annual revenue exceed annual cost, since customer segment profitability is likely to change from year to year. A more realistic analysis might involve in calculating profitability over the lifetime of each customer segment. The fifth technique of customer profitability analysis is to develop strategies to maximize profits from profitable customer and reduce costs from less profitable customer. This stage comprises an extensive planning to develop strategies that boost revenue, foster long-term relationship, and improve customer retention and loyalty programs. Strategies might include elimination and re-engineering to handle profitable and unprofitable customer. Lastly, the sixth and the last technique of customer profitability analysis is to review the impact of the new strategies on the performance of each segment of customer. Any new strategies such as changes in pricing, cost reduction, or customer service should be evaluated after a reasonable amount of time to determine the impact of the customer profitability.
So next we move to the benefit of customer profitability analysis. One of the best benefit of customer profitability analysis is can be increased profitability by removing unprofitable customers and focusing sales and services on profitable customers solely. In certain costs, the cost may be indirect. Firing the customer with low gross margin is straightforward. But an organization should also consider removing customers that pay a high gross margin yet require a lot from the operation. It is important to think about gross margin as well as the cost of servicing the consumer. The second benefit is provide method of identify customers who are lifetime value to the company. A successful strategy might be to cross-sell additional products or services to those clients who value the relationship. Another strategy will be target new customers with the same characteristic as the existing good clients. Customer profitability analysis enhance an understanding of true costs each segment, including taking into accounting non-production costs when determining profitability. it sometimes can be more significant than production costs. On the other hand, customer profitability analysis has its own limitation. An organization may not have the data capture system to produce an accurate estimation of customer segmental revenues and costs. It is happen because management accounting system frequently focus on product department or geography region rather than customers. There may be practical difficulties in calculating the cost that may be associated with each segments. Customers' combination of product or services may be overlooked in this analysis. The profitability of customer is determined by the mix of products or services purchased. The risk is that the investigation will be focused on the few products or services, and the influence of other things sold to the client may be overlooked. As a result, it may result unnecessary cost. Annual profitability may not be representative of lifetime value in customer. Customer profitability analysis. The cost of acquiring and retaining a client should be weighed against by the customer's lifetime earning rather than just the annual earnings. Next, we move to application. Generally, approach to customer profitability analysis on segmenting the customer base is to determine the revenue and cost attributable to each segment, and it is often combined with the activity-based costing, which is ABC approach. ABC is a managerial accounting method that traces overhead costs to activities and then assigns them to objects. In other words, it is a way to allocate indirect overhead costs to product or department that generate this cost in the production process. When the profitable segment have been identified, it will be maximized, while when non-profitable segments are being identified, so it will be reduced or eliminated. The company's goal in this application of customer profitability analysis are: for the first one, improving on understanding of the firm's source of profitability. The second one is improving on understanding of the relationship between customer and cost. The third one, improving on understanding of the relationship between the behaviors of employee and cost. Next, better information on decision making about the allocation of resources to customer and market sectors.
Next, to further the discussion on this topic of customer profitability analysis, we have chosen Saudi Telecom to help you guys understand this topic well. Saudi Telecom has adopted a customer profitability program to understand the contribution each customer makes in order to enhance the operation of its truly most valuable customer. This program helps Saudi Telecom to make decisions to increase customer value consistently and proactively decrease the number of the unprofitable customer. The aim of this program is to significantly reduce the customer cost per customer while increasing profit with smart planning, as we discussed earlier on the technique of CPA. Saudi Telecom has utilized the CPA technique. So next, let me explain briefly on the three insights created from the programs, which are the customer services, product and pricing, and retention and loyalty. Firstly, the customer services. By adopting the program approach, Saudi Telecom can identify exactly which customers are providing value to the firm and prioritize them for treatment at high cost. And then, in the context of product and pricing, Saudi Telecom can have an understanding of the customer level profitability that enable a wide view to be created that can be used to optimize product and services. Lastly, from the program, Saudi Telecom can identify the insight of retention and loyalty of the customer by adopting high profit customer with benefits such as priority treatment and event invitation can build deeper bond with the customer to retain them. So all this insight will be used to optimize its customer portfolio and reduce costs. Overall, the application of CPA in Saudi Telecom has taught us that CPA can only create visibility in the customer level for profitability and therefore provide the best opportunity to make decisions about how to treat different customers differently to achieve customer objective. Saudi Telecom optimized the cost element and brought unprofitable customer to a break-even point. For example, it expects to increase profit by approximately 16. Afterward, the customer value management team has been integrating the data once the customer level profitability was calculated and validated. Customers were categorized into value-based segment with the value calculation and segment in place. Saudi Telecom has begun to identify areas of opportunity and use cases to derive value from the projects. The team is implementing a number of initiatives related to customer services, product and pricing strategy, and customer retention and loyalty activities, as I have explained earlier. Next, I will pass again to Muhammad Hazim to present about the issue and challenges of customer profitability analysis and also to wrap up our presentation.
Thank you, Zul. And now I will present to you about issues and challenges of customer profitability analysis. There are 4 issues that will happen and need to be overcome. First of all is management must develop reliable customer revenue and customer cost figures. Second, management must incorporate a multi-period horizon into the analysis. Third, management must overcome to analyze customer profitability is to recognize different drivers of customers' costs. And lastly, management must recognize and estimate future downstream costs of customers. As for conclusion, the customer profitability analysis is a useful tool for business that need to maximize their profits by analyzing their customers' behavior. A business main goal is not only to improve customer and employee satisfaction solely, but to manage those relationships to improve long-term corporate profitability. And with that, we will end our presentation with thank you.